I'm Stu Lahti, Vice President of Access Networks for CCI Systems. Today I'd like to talk to you about is economical upgrades and the benefits of doing an economical upgrade versus a full-blown upgrade in your networks. Price difference between a economical upgrade versus doing a full-blown upgrade of your outside plant can be anywhere from 5% all the way up to 50%, depending on what the existing infrastructure is. An economical upgrade, maybe you're looking to add 100 megahertz of bandwidth all the way up to 250 megahertz of bandwidth. Versus a full-blown upgrade, sometimes you're usually looking to add a little bit more bandwidth, say 350, 450, or 550. But if you don't quite need that much more extra bandwidth, doing an economical upgrade probably makes more sense than doing a full-blown upgrade. Say if you're going from 450 or 550 to 1 gigahertz, you're anywhere from about $15,000 to $18,000 per mile on average cost. If you're going to do an economical upgrade, you're anywhere from, say, $4,000 a mile up to maybe $10,000, $11,000 a mile, depending on what you want and how much extra bandwidth that you want. For an economical upgrade, there's 3 phases that you want to go through. The first phase is the evaluation phase. In the evaluation phase, what you're doing is you're taking a look at your existing infrastructure and seeing what you actually have there and what that existing infrastructure is capable of doing. Why do you do that? You want to do that so that you can save as much of that infrastructure as possible and save costs. The second phase of that would be once you get the evaluation done, you put a plan together. How you're going to upgrade it, how you're going to do it cost effectively, what can be saved, what cannot be saved. Put the plan together, get your budgetary cost and do it. And then the third and final phase is the actual putting that plan into work and actually building the network per the economical upgrade plan. Typically, an operator knows what he wants. He has a 550 system that's fully channel locked. He has no more expandability. He knows he needs another 100 megahertz, 200 megahertz, 250 megahertz of bandwidth. He knows what he wants. But as far as how to get there, he usually needs help. He needs help in the assessment stage up front, saying, yep, this network's capable of doing this if we do this, this, and this, and we'll save this. He needs help with his budgeting, which is the planning stage, the cost. What material to use, what equipment, what's the best architecture. And thirdly, he needs help with the actual taking that plan and upgrading the plant in the field, because typically his technicians or the people who work for him don't have time to do the extra load of doing the upgrade themselves. So yeah, they need help doing all 3 phases. They know what they want, they just need a roadmap how to start and how to get there at the end to get them that extra bandwidth. Well, you have to sit and take and evaluate. Take a look at the vintage of your cable. Take a look how old your cable is. Some of the cables that were made in the 70s quite possibly may not be upgradable to pass the bandwidth they are now. Some of the P1 412 cables, the P2 type cables, if you have some MC squared cables with some anomalies in it, you might not be able to do this. But if it's something that's late 70s and on early 80s, the cable more than likely is capable of playing the 1 gigahertz or 750 or whatever extra bandwidth you need. You also need to evaluate your passives and your amplifiers. Take a look at them and have us evaluate those to see if it's possible to save the housings, which saves you labor costs, and to be able to just do a module swap out and change it out to add bandwidth by doing an electronics upgrade. Also, a big portion of that too is make sure you have to check your passives and your taps. A lot of the housings are rated, to higher bandwidths, where the actual tap itself, the electronics, is bandwidth limiting, where we could do a faceplate change instead of do a full-blown splice. That saves you labor costs there. So the big advantage of these economical upgrades is you're saving on labor and you're saving on materials by reusing as much infrastructure as you can. Well, when you first get started, you got to find a company that can actually go in there and evaluate what actually you have, not give you pie-in-the-sky solution and coming to the end of it where it's not going to work. You got to have a company that's been around a while that can do these custom engineering services, who can take a look at your plant, give you realistic, expectations, and deliver on what they say. Sort of guarantee you, if they say, yeah, we can get you 250 megahertz or 100 megahertz, that they're going to deliver that. So you need a company with a background who's strong in engineering and evaluating these plants. You also need a company that's strong and be able to take that data, put it together in a plan, and come up with a good budget for you. Because if they put together a budget and say that budget is 50% off or 25% off, that does you no good either, because then you're off on your return on investment. You need a company that can narrow it down to get it typically within 5 to 10% of cost, so that you don't blow your return on investment and you're able to make money off of doing this upgrade. So when you're looking for a company to do this, have that company capable of doing everything: the evaluation, the planning and the execution. That because they're in there, they're looking at your system, they know it, they know what it's going to take to get it done, and they know what your goals are at the end and what you want. Having that one point of contact is probably the best thing to do to ensure a economical and in-budget upgrade that gives you what you're looking for as far as bandwidth and what you expect at the end. I hope this helped answer some of your questions today. If you need more information or like more help, there's information here at the bottom of the screen that you can contact us off, and I would like to thank you for your time.